Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Deni Setiawan. My NPM is 2441131 from the Faculty of Economic and Business Management Program Class 24A. In this video, I will be presenting material titled Open Economy. In today's era of globalization, almost every country operates within the framework of an open economy. Countries not only produce for domestic consumption, but also for global markets. Conversely, they import goods and services that are inefficient to produce locally. This system enables the exchange of resources, capital, and technology across nations, but it also introduces new challenges such as exchange rate volatility, trade balance deficits, and exposure to external economic crises. Open economy, what it is and how it works. An open economy is a system in which a country actively engages in cross-border economic transactions, including the export and import of goods, international capital flows, and the exchange of labor and technology. Unlike a closed economy that relies solely on domestic production and consumption, this system opens opportunities for broader growth through integration with the global economy. Balance of payment. The balance of payments, or BOP, is a record-keeping system for all economic transactions between a country's resident and the rest of the world over a specific period. It reflects how a country engages economically with the international community. Current account is record exports and imports of goods, like trade balance, services, investment, income, like interest or dividends, and unilateral transfer, like remittance, foreign aid. A surplus indicates strong exports. A deficit suggests import dependency or high external payment. Capital and financial account tracks short and long-term capital flows, including foreign direct investment or FDI, portfolio investment, and intergovernmental or corporate loans. This balance serves a vital indicator of a country's external stability. Persistent imbalance, if mismanaged, may trigger economic crisis. International trade and capital flows. In an open economy, countries are not only involved in the trade of goods and services, but also in cross-border capital movement. Two main pillars of this openness are international trade. Countries export goods or services they can produce efficiently and import those are more cost to produce domestically. This fosters efficiency, economic growth, and a wider range of consumption choices. The theory of comparative advantage underpins this kind of trade. International capital flows. Capital moves from countries with excess funds supply to those needing funds for investment demand. These flows take the form of FDI, portfolio investment, or loans. The benefits, access to financing and technology, but the rest is dependency and vulnerability to global market fluctuations. Trade and capital flows integrate a country into the global economic system. The challenge lies in ensuring the benefits of globalization are distributed equably, equitably and do not widen economic disparities. Exchange rate. The exchange rate is the price of one currency in terms of another and plays a crucial role in determining a country's competitiveness in a global market. In a floating exchange rate system, the rate is determined by supply and demand in the foreign exchange market. In contrast, a fixed exchange rate system maintains a set value through central bank interventions. Exchange rate fluctuations affect the prices of export and import. Appreciation makes domestic goods more expensive for foreign buyers, but the depreciations is makes them cheaper, thus directly impacting the trade balance. Policies in an open economy. In an open economy, economic policies must take into account their international implications. Fiscal policy is government spending or change in taxations can affect the trade deficit by increasing import demand. Monetary policy is interest rate adjustment and exchange rate intervention influence capital flows and currency stability. And trade policy is instruments such as tariffs, quotas, or trade agreements are used to protect domestic industries and maintain trade balance. Economic openness and growth. Openness to international trade and investment can be a major driver of long-term economic growth. Countries that are open to the world enjoy greater access to global markets, new technologies, and foreign capital, all of which boost productivity and efficiency. Openness also increases consumer choices and creates healthy competitive pressure for domestic producers to innovate. However, it is essential to ensure that the resulting growth is inclusive and does not lead to extreme inequality among different segments of society. First, an open economy. While offering opportunities, an open economy also increases vulnerability to external shocks. Global financial crisis, commodity price fluctuations, or change in trade partner policies can directly affect domestic stability. Moreover, rapid inflows or outflows of capital can destabilize exchange rates and strain the national financial system. Thus, a strong and flexible macroeconomic policy framework is needed to effectively respond to global dynamics. Policy challenge in an open economy. Managing an open economy requires balancing domestic interests with the global dynamics. One major challenge is maintaining macroeconomic stability amid external fluctuations. This includes managing exchange rates, current account deficits, and short-term capital flows. Additionally, countries must preserve local industry competitiveness without resorting to excessive protectionism. protectionism. Finally, it is crucial to strengthen coordination between fiscal and monetary policies so that response to external crises remains synergistic and not counterproductive. Conclusion. An open economy provides access to global opportunities, fostering growth investment and improve public welfare. However, it is also demands readiness to face external risks and global shocks. By understanding mechanisms such as the balance of payments, exchange rates, and relevant economic policies, we gain insight into how global interdependence affect domestic conditions. Striking the right balance between openness and economic resilience is the key for nations to reap the benefits of globalization without compromising internal stability. Well, that concludes my presentation today. If there are any mistake, I apologize. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.